There we go, beloved. All right. Apologize for my people on Spotify for our little audio visual technical difficulties. You know what I mean? But anyway, peace. It's the brother Tariq, and I'm back here on the A1 podcast. And I thought I would, you know, like I said, I'm trying to come every week. I want to come once, twice a week. It's a little late in the week, but I plan on doing a show today and another one this weekend. But anyway, it was a few things, you know what I'm saying, that I wanted to get off my chest and talk about. But as always, first peace to you guys in the universe and to all the people out there in the African diaspora, you know what I mean, and my indigenous, original Asiatic people here in the wilderness that we call North America, you know what I mean. On this thing we call life, you know what I mean. Now, basically, I'm just following up on a few things that I touched on before. Like last time, I believe I was up here, we talked about the Proud Boys and their right wing movement and how they want to, they want to position, they want to overthrow the government so they do what they want them to do, right? You know what I'm saying? They want the country to run how it sees fit, how they see fit, even if they have to use guns or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to accomplish their objective. So by far, they are not the only group who think like this, right? There's the left wing, you know what I'm saying, the true left, super liberal Antifa, you know what I'm saying, and they're just as bad, you know what I'm saying, as the Proud Boys. They're so basically their beliefs are more like communism, you know what I'm saying? So they want everybody to have the same rights and get the same this and the same that, and they're willing to blow shit up to accomplish their means. You know what I'm saying? These guys are, they're just as bad. They're nothing but terrorists, just like the rest of these guys, right? And then it comes to my attention about the Oath Keepers. Now, the Oath Keepers are very interesting because in themselves they're retired law enforcement military people background, right? And they have their own fucking agenda. They don't care who's in the White House. They just want, what they feel the Constitution is upheld the way to their standards, and they call people to arms all the time, and you know what I mean. Like it's just a wild time that we live in. You know what I mean. So you already got to worry about the crazies, the drug addicts out here. You know what I mean. No matter where you live, because a lot of people don't have jobs and stuff like that right now, so they're going crazy. Everybody's fighting for crumbs or whatever. Then you got these people with these ideologies that they just fucking off they just off their rocker. You know what I mean? To tell you the truth, you can have your beliefs, but I don't think I should come. I don't think you should try to overthrow the government that's supposed in this republic, right? That supposedly where you're choosing your candidates, right? You're just going to flip the whole thing upside down, and then they have the nerve to talk about other people like it's just a big mess, man. Like to be honest with you, but they are these groups. They've been existing, and then you have to remember that you have your other groups. You have the skinheads, you have the KKKs, you have your you know, all these little fucking hate groups. You know what I mean? You got your hate groups, and then you got the Proud Boys now, Antifa, and the Oath Keepers. So shit is really wild out here, and you need to really keep your head on a swivel because you don't even know what's going on. You could be going to court to fucking pay a fine, and one of these jackasses might try to blow it up. You know what I'm saying? And they want you to be worried about Ahmed and Muhammad and shit. Just saying. Um, to touch on another thing that I wanted to as recently talked about before. We talked about Christine Maxwell and her case, right? Now, while you haven't heard too much about it in the news as of late, because they unsealed the documents from before when Epstein was first arrested and she was brought in on questions. you've seen a lot of people around the world getting arrested, right? So to add to that, the other day I was reading the newspaper and there was 150 people arrested in child sex trafficking and pornography in Tallahassee, Florida, aka Seminole County, right? And it was people from all walks of life. They were like, man, they said they had maybe like uh, some people who work for Florida State in the athletic department, uh, gym teachers, and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately for you ladies, y'all think that it's just a bunch of sick old men out here running around doing this, but it's actually a lot of females like Ms. Maxwell who are helping perpetrate these frauds, man. You know what I mean? Getting out here and coercing these young women and young kids, you know what I mean, to come out and make a couple of dollars or whatever. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, they in the back of a van or whatever, whatever. But I think they said they arrested like something like 50 something women. You know what I mean? Like it was quite a few women that they arrested out of the 150. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy. Like you guys really have to pay attention to your kids and stuff like that. Like they were using these like teachers to mark your kids. Like every time you're late to pick them up, don't show up, and the kids got to walk home and shit like that. Then they try to befriend the kids and get close to the kids, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, your kids just come up missing. You know what I'm saying? And don't nobody know what happened. And now you got a fucking Amber alert, but you already know it. After so many days, you just ain't gonna see no, I think it's after 48 hours, you start to assume the worst about your kids. You know what I mean? Because that's just what it is. You cats get the kids, do what they want to do to them, kill them, might drink their blood, might eat them. Who fuck knows, man? Steal their organs. These cats it's a sick world we live in. But the point of the matter is that's why I'm following up with you guys to let you know this shit. It didn't stop when I made the last video. You know what I'm saying? So just right now in this wilderness that we call North America, think about it like this: you got people out here snatching kids, snatching people up, right, where they disappearing, never to be heard from again, whether it's for their organs or sex trafficking. Then you gotta think about these militarized militia groups out here trying to be sovereign or whatever, and they're plotting, these different factions are plotting to overthrow the government so they can install their own government. Tell me this ain't 2020, right? Most of this shit sound like a movie or a book you might have read in school, right? But then, you know what I'm saying, let's dig deeper back into the rabbit hole. Remember, I told you they was going to come out with a vaccine. Now they're coming out with a vaccine for a virus that even once you catch it, 95% of the time, 90 to 95% of the time, you will recover from it, right? Unless you have a pre-existing condition like a heart condition, you have problems with your lungs or whatever, you know what I mean, kidney failure, whatever. Unless you have pre-existing issues, you should recover from, right? So why are they trying to make it mandatory for everybody to take it? Now you gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, it's about tracking purposes. You know what I mean? Not only can they track you, they might be able to shut down your reproductive system. You know what I mean? But that's another note. The illest part is they about to use a fear tactic on you guys. You know what I mean? And you know what fear stands for: false evidence appearing real. They're going to use a fear tactic on you guys to get you guys to voluntarily take that damn needle. Why do you think New York, Chicago, and parts of California have already shut down? So once those three shut down for lockdown, everybody else follows. Now watch. Remember, Texas already had over 1 million. Now they've been open, but I bet you they're going right back into lockdown, just like everybody else. Then you got like North Carolina's going to follow, so is Georgia. You know what I mean? And then they're going to start telling certain people, in order to come out of lockdown, you got to go ahead and get this vaccine. But then you got to think about it on the flip side too. what happens to those people who are essential workers? They're already out here working. You see what I'm saying? They ain't stopping you yet to force you to get the damn vaccine. But if everybody else go for it, then they're gonna force you to go for it too. You know what I mean? That's what I'm like, man. It's a whole bunch of fuckery going on out here, and I really need y'all to wake up and pay attention. And just because it comes on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, or whatever damn media outlet you watch, only believe a portion of what they're saying because they filtering you with a little bit of truth, and the rest of it is just mostly lies and bullshit to shape and mold your mind to go ahead and um, choose the path that they already predetermined for you. So you know, I need y'all to wake up and keep y'all head on swivel, man. Shit ain't sweet out here. Everybody want to just, things get back to normal. Shit ain't been normal since 2006, 2008, when the fucking banks crashed, and then they took tax money, put the country further in debt to bail them out, and they still fucking cash. And then these houses are still getting foreclosed on. You see what I'm saying? Like it's you gotta like take a step back and look at the whole picture of the situation because, like I told you a few months ago, it's only going to get worse. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So at the end of the day, man, I need y'all to go ahead and, start preparing for the next lockdown. And, you know what I'm saying? Be ready to protect yourself. Because ain't no telling what's going to happen when we go on lockdown. Ain't nobody going to say these groups might not, start their attacks and shit. Remember last time, you know what I'm saying, the Proud Boys was up in Michigan getting at the governor because they was tired of being locked down. They was going to kidnap Shorty, you know what I'm saying, and kill her in her vacation home. Don't think, like, I know weeks and times go by, but everybody got short memories, man. Y'all need to really keep remembering this shit. You know what I mean? And at the same time, with the whole vaccine shit, why the Gates family just applied for some type of patent on something? You know what I mean? You gotta watch that dude. He been on population control. He wants to reduce the population. Talking about it's too many people. No, you little prick. You know what I'm saying? There's enough people. There's enough space for everybody. There's enough for all of us. But this motherfucker, because he went to whatever school he went to, think he should decide how many people should be on the earth. Decide who can reproduce and who can't. Fuck him and his elitist attitude. Sorry, I got off topic. Went a little personal there. But still, that's how I feel about it, damn it. And I think once y'all start to understand some of this, some of y'all will too. But like I said, I just wanted to touch on a couple things, you know what I mean? And let y'all know that y'all need to really pay attention. Cross-reference your sources between your news media outlets and your publications. Just make sure, you're doing your due diligence on all this stuff because they about to just throw it in your face. You understand? That's the way the society moves right now. Everything is right in your face, right in your face, right in your face. You want it, right? You gotta take it, you gotta take it, you gotta take it. Knowing that you weren't supposed to take it anyway. Then in a couple years, they're gonna come back with a retraction saying, yeah, if you did this or you did that, yeah, you can sue because it might mess you up. It might cause bleeding or death. Like, remember that. The motherfuckers who's supposed to be there for you ain't there for you. So you need to pay attention and do your own due diligence, man. And look out for yourself and your family. And I know it's hard because a lot of people they just got their heads in the sand, man, walking around like, yo, oh, that's conspiracy talk. Oh, that, you know what I'm saying? That's nut talk. Look, there's no such thing as conspiracies because the people who normally say those things that y'all call conspiracies, 9 times out of 10 always end up to be right. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just better pay attention and keep your head on swivel. And like as always, you know what I mean? Hit me up in the comment section. Let me get some more ideas about shows, some things that y'all want to talk about and discuss. And tell me what y'all think. But like I said, this one's short and sweet. You know what I mean? And I'm going to holler back at y'all. Peace and love to the universe. 100.